out. Mosley just waiting for Pacquiao to commit himself, looking for some opening in the armour of the smaller man, the champion.
See, Pacquiao needs Mosley to take more chances, to leave some gaps, but he's not leaving any. But it's so frustrating. Unfortunately, it's beginning to frustrate the crowd as well. This is better from him.
A lot of boos and jeers around the MGM ground.
Heads coming together again.
No cut there, I don't think. That's a lovely jab from Mosley. Pacquiao just getting a little bit frustrated, being a bit wild in the way he's throwing some of these punches. Cheers from the crowd, only glancing blows, no damage done, that's better.
Yep, he really has to throw caution to the wind a little bit more, Pacquiao. Get the chin down and just charge up close and get some punches off. He's, again, still trying to be a little bit too precise.
Worth saying at this point, Shane Mosley, in that long career, has never been stopped. He's just standing his ground now, taking a few more risks, trying to get into range where he can deliver hurtful shots to Pacquiao, and in so doing, he's making himself more vulnerable.
I think that his corner think it's time to ask the question, do you want to go the distance or do you want to win the fight? They need a little bit more from him.
He's not going to win this fight on points. The only way he can win surely now is to knock Pacquiao out. Last few seconds though, not time to really follow it up, and Mosley will go back to his corner, another round completed. As the dancing fountains outside the massive Bellagio Hotel on the other side of the strip, the Paris Casino, and here inside the MGM, Pacquiao probably racking up another round.
Yeah, but simply because Mosley not really committing himself to the job. He's frustrating Pacquiao. He's probably drawing one of the worst performances we've seen from him in recent years. The crowd are becoming a little bit frustrated, so is Manny Pacquiao.
Still time though, still time to produce Pacquiao. Eye-catching finish. He's downbeat in that corner, isn't he? He's starting to get, I think, critical of himself. There's not the usual ebullience about Pacquiao.
Well, hearing the response of the crowd, I mean, normally fighters don't hear the crowd during the action, but hearing, then obviously we know he loves pleasing the fans, and he knows this is not doing the...
Pacquiao, 32 years old, we've always said in recent fights that he's been getting better with time. Perhaps evidence here in this fight that rate of improvement perhaps is not being maintained.
But we haven't seen that buzzsaw pace from him any time. And I wonder, has he just maybe looked upon this as an easier job? Has the fact that there's distractions outside the ring? Has his preparation not been quite what it's been in the past?
I think Mosley's boxed well, Jim. He's not looked as though he's going to win the fight unless he manages to detonate some big right hand as Pacquiao makes some unforeseen mistakes so far. It's not looked as though he's going to win it, but it's made an awfully awkward night.
Yeah, he has done, and I think a couple of times the right hand is steady Pacquiao, so Pacquiao knows he can't afford to leave his chin exposed. He just has to take some more chances, pretty much like this.
Now can he step up? Head's getting close again, but Mosley complains about it. Pacquiao takes time to just step back and the two touch gloves.
Again, when he raises the pace, that's when he takes complete charge of the action. When he boxes at Mosley's pace, he's frustrated. This is much better for him. Has to stay with this pace, take some chances. He protected with punches.
Can he stay on top of Mosley and force a stoppage? Do what no man has done before in the long, long career of Mosley. Oh, there he goes. Is that a knockdown? It's been given as a knockdown. Oh!
It looked to me as though he was pushed over. I didn't see. Unfortunately, the referee was between me, but it looked to me like he pushed him over. We'll have to wait to see the replay. But the referee's called it a right
hand. It was a right hand, and he hooked him down, but that's going to be scored as a knockdown, and as such is likely to be a 10-8. Mosley just shrugged at him as much as to say, well, was it, wasn't it? The option was, he suddenly went down to the canvas. Now we'll see some fighting hot from Pacquiao. Not been down for many a moon.
Maybe we'll see the angle that's been missing tonight from Pacquiao's work. That didn't look like a good view of it. Did look like a
good shot, left hand from Pacquiao. The response has been telling, and that's Mosley wants to hold on. 15 seconds to go in this 10th round. Is Pacquiao going to find something explosive? He's looking for Mosley. He's looking to take him out. He's been down, but he's finishing it strong. Seconds ticking away. Mosley will see it through again to the bounce end around, in which Pacquiao touched down on the canvas. Oh, how do you score that?
You've got to give it to Mosley. The referee called it a knockdown. It didn't look like a knockdown. I'm looking forward to seeing it again. The referee was between me.
Question is, would it be 10-9 or 10-8? Because Pacquiao, oh, there you go.
That's just a push. That was never a knockdown. That's how it looked when I saw it live. But we know that the judge, yeah, that was only a push. That's a terrible piece of refereeing. But we know the judges are going to score at 10-8. That's what they do in Vegas for knockdown. But nothing more than a push.
Well, if I was scoring it, I'd make that 10-9 because Pacquiao won the fight, won the round rather, despite the knockdown, which wasn't a knockdown.
No, I think that was a disgraceful piece of refereeing. I mean, he's closer than anybody. What made him think that was a punch? I don't know.
Well, that's got the crowd alive. There's not too many boos now. Into the 11th, Manny, the champ goes up again.
This is the Manny Pacquiao we want to see. This is what we expected to see. He's angry now. He's taking chances, but he's also taking charge.
Right hand caught Mosley pretty flush. He looks a little bit stiff in the legs now, the other man. And Pacquiao maybe senses that he can finish him now. It's raised the anger levels, the embarrassment. He's heard the boos. Now he's trying to galvanise his performance to generate cheers with eye-catching shots like that.
And Pacquiao showing little feints before he goes to work now, which you have to do against the cagey opponents. But this is the tempo the fight should have been fought at from the off. That's what's been missing from Pacquiao.
Mosley's into survival mode now. Just trying to keep Pacquiao at bay somehow. I reckon the last time he touched down was against Marco Antonio Barrera some years back. That was thought to be a slip by most people rather than a genuine knockdown. And this time as well, a bit of a note of controversy about that knockdown for Shane Mosley in the 10th round. 11th round, it's a 12-round for the WBO welterweight title. Can Pacquiao maintain his work rate? The head's going again, and once more the referee ticks the two fighters off.
Once again, it's Mosley complaining about it. Mosley's happy to do anything to slow the action down a little bit. Pacquiao really dominating now. Now he's got the pace right. This is what he should have done right from the off.
Well, it was mystifying, wasn't it, the way he allowed himself to be slowed to where Mosley was in the comfort zone.
All the way through, he's been trying to be too precise. He was boxing at the wrong pace. But the little bit of anger that was missing, we're seeing it now. This is a bit more like the Pacquiao of old, but not one of his best performances.
Not sustaining it though. Mosley just trying to allow him to come in, still looking for that one big counter, which would turn it around. Well, there's the end of the 11th, just one to go. And then Shane Mosley could say, I've got out on my shield. A frustrating night for Pacquiao.
The first one's up right now.
Off na siya. Ikaw, warrior pa kayo. Off na siya.
Interesting in that corner, Jim. Freddie Roach usually completely boss with the instructions being given.
Yeah, I can see
necessarily
that.
so there.
Yep, but I'm here now all the way through. And,
Well, there's how you're scoring it, Jim.
yeah, the knockdown certainly tightened things up, but not a great performance from Pacquiao, but he's winning it clearly on my card. Yeah, I mean, you have to sympathise with him for the knockdown. Poor piece of refereeing, I'm afraid.
Would you believe it? There's a few fans leaving the arena. Not Pacquiao fans, you sense. Mosley needs a knockout. That's by looking for it.
He's turned fights around before in the 12th round. He wants to win, he has to give everything. He'll take some chances.
Yes, scruffy performance against Ricardo Mayorga before going and knocking him out 2 or 3 years ago. In the final round, Pacquiao surely won't allow him to get suckered into that sort of situation, though. Too much experience, too much savvy.
But as we said earlier, it begs the question, how would he cope with the speed and reflexes of Mayweather if he's looked so poor against a 39-year-old Shane Mosley?
And remember how Mayweather dealt with Mosley. You had his moment, Shane Mosley was in the second round where he rocked Mayweather, but then round after round, Mayweather just comprehensively outboxed him. Holding and punching, the referee has to split them. That's it for Pacquiao. Minute to go. Is there time yet?
Well, at least he's tried to finish on a high. Now he's just finally found pace that will get him a result. Facing a 39-year-old man in an 18-year career, this is the pace he should have set it up. Look how Mosley's struggling with it.
Looking a bit unsteady again as a right hook and a left hook found the face of Shane Mosley as we move to the last 30 seconds of this fight. Is there to be one last twist in the tail?
Mosley really should be letting some big right hands go. Just in desperation, if nothing else.
Happy to see his way through to the final bell. And one big final payday for Shane Mosley and victory for Manny Pacquiao, but in many ways a flawed performance. He's still the WBO welterweight champion. A very mixed reception from the Las Vegas crowd. A performance which maybe asked more questions than it answered.
Yeah, but you just wonder what Pacquiao's attitude was when he came in today. He didn't seem to have the engine to fight at the pace we're used to seeing him fight at. I wonder maybe if at the back of his mind he felt it was going to be an easier job. I wonder what's happening outside of his life. You know, a congressman, the There's just the life that